Hello everyone, it's Alina. Welcome to my Soap General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital viewers can look forward to Lois's elaborate wedding preparations, a new understanding between Michael and Drew, and Tracy's intervention on behalf of Brooklyn and Chase. Laura asks Dante, "Where is Spencer?" Upon her arrival on the boat in France, Dante fills her in on what happened with Esme, and that the hunt for Spencer and Esme is underway, but so yet there is no sign of them. He promises to return to the situation to inform you of any further developments. In her stateroom, Trina remembers the quarrel with Esme and her and Spencer diving overboard. Portia and Curtis come and Portia embraces her. Curtis informs Portia that Spencer is wanted by the French police, and she inquires about the situation. After the altercation with Esme, Trina informs them that Spencer, as he had in Greenland, saved Esme's life. Laura arrives as Trina says she knows in her heart he is alive. Laura advises her to listen to her intuition. Laura wonders what occurred, and Trina tells her about Esme's plot to kidnap Spencer and force Nicholas out of hiding to trade Spencer for Ace. Dante shows up and Laura wonders if there is an update. Since he does not have good news, Dante apologizes. He claims it's been more than 24 hours, and with the water's temperature and the information Esme provided him with, since Spencer's death has been assumed, the authorities are less concerned with rescuing him and more with recovering his belongings. After Trina realizes they're mistaken, she bolts from the cabin in a fit of emotion. Portia goes after Trina and Curtis tells Laura how sorry he is. Curtis travels to speak to the captain of the French police for the details, so he can send the information to Trina when she's ready. Dante asks Laura if there is anything he can do for her. Laura cries there is nothing that can be done to bring her grandson back. On deck, Trina tears to her mother and asks how she is meant to just let Spencer go. Portia believes Spencer was a hero, and Esme can't hurt her anymore thanks to him. Portia proposes they go home as there is nothing more they can accomplish here. Trina says she'll meet her mom back at the stateroom. Alone, Trina doesn't sure how she says goodbye to Spencer. Portia comes to the cabin, and Curtis says the authorities are going to keep searching for the next 48 hours, but the odds of discovering the body are 50%. Curtis understands either decision is horrible for Trina, as if they locate the body she'll want to see it, if they don't she won't have closure. Portia tears because she wanted Spencer out of Trina's life, but not like this. Laura and Dante find Trina on deck still. Trina knows Laura wants to go home to Kevin, so she won't be long. Laura tells her to take as much time as she needs. Trina thinks about the last few days with Spencer and says this isn't goodbye, somehow, someway. The camera moves to a pebble-filled seashore, and a lone turtle dove washes up. At the Quartermain residence, Lois goes on and on about her plans for Brooklyn and Chase to marry at St. Anthony's in Bensonhurst, and have a reception on a boat under the Brooklyn Bridge and around the Statue of Liberty. Tracy wants to chime in but remembers she assured Gregory she wouldn't dispute with Lois about the reception and service. Lois feels it's crucial for Brooklyn to get married in her old neighborhood surrounded by everyone who has loved her for her entire life. Brooklyn tells her grandmother to say something, and Tracy agrees with Lois. Lois is astonished, and Brooklyn asks Lois and Gregory for a moment with her grandmother. Alone, Brooklyn is horrified and informs her grandmother that she was expected to say no to her mother's plans. Tracy thought she was on board with her mother's vision. Brooklyn loves the ancient neighborhood but doesn't want to get married there. She and Chase want to be married here in Port Charles, somewhere significant to them. Tracy asks why she doesn't inform her mother. Brooklyn says she is her mom's only child, and a huge Bensonhurst wedding is a significant thing to her. Brooklyn doesn't want to upset her mom's feelings, but she wants their wedding to be their wedding. Tracy says it will be. Tracy brings Gregory and Lois back in, and Tracy announces that the wedding will be taking place here in Port Charles. She claims it will be catered, there will be flowers, and it will be a traditional wedding. Lois asks Brooklyn if this is what she wants. Chase and Brooklyn want the wedding here in Port Charles where they are based. Lois asks where the fun will be. Tracy says the fun will happen the night before the wedding. Tracy says they'll have the rehearsal dinner at a reproduced Coney Island. Later, Lois explains to Brooklyn and Chase that she got carried away and planned a wedding similar to hers, and all her relatives, and this needs to be the wedding of their dreams. In the foyer, Gregory is surprised by Tracy and her hidden talents. Tracy thinks all she needs is the right encouragement. Drew checks in with Carly at Crimson, and Carly reveals she's concerned about putting her first issue out. Drew is sure she will perform miracles, and in 6 months nobody will remember Nana controlled the place. Michael shows up to meet Drew but congratulates his mom on the new job. Carly has to head to GH to help Joss, hugs Drew and whispers to him to take it easy on Michael. Carly leaves and Michael tells Drew that he's retiring as CEO. He believed Drew should have warned him about the shift here at Crimson. Drew responds, "Like you told me about Nina?" Michael says again that he couldn't hurt his dad that way after they just reunited. Michael relays it didn't do him much good in the end as now his dad blames him as much as he blames Nana for what transpired. Michael feels he owed it to Drew to inform him too, but he didn't. Michael says he'll stick around as long as he needs him while seeking his replacement. Drew acknowledges he aimed his fury at Michael when it was Nina who was guilty. He wants Michael here but with new ground rules. Drew wants to know he can trust Michael, but Michael doesn't know how to rebuild that trust. Drew says going to make Nina pay even more. He is going to leave her broke and alone, and he wants Michael to help him. Michael turns him down since he can't risk losing Willow and his family over another vendetta. Drew still won't let Michael resign, and he respects his honesty in turning him down, which is the transparency they need here at Aurora. He expects to see Michael in the morning at his workstation. At the hospital, Felicia meets Joss and says she heard her friend Adam needs a patient advocate. Felicia says she's studied the case, and it's Adam's decision on whether he stays here, goes home, or returns to school. Joss feels he needs support standing up to his parents. Willow brings Adam his guitar when suddenly his father walks up. He adds he was hoping Adam had outgrown that issue, and it's time to get his priorities straight. He tries to seize the instrument, but Adam refuses to let him take it, and Willow says he is upsetting the patient. Adam's dad says they need to talk about why he wound up here and the lies he's told. Felicia and Joss arrive, and Adam's father claims he made it clear this young woman was not to come near his son. Felicia introduces herself and indicates she needs to talk with Adam alone. Carly comes and Adam's dad insists his kid does not need an advocate. Adam wants to talk to Felicia, so they all leave the room. Adam asks what happens now. Felicia says he's been given a second shot at living his life. How he lives, it is up to him. Felicia sits by Adam and says he tried to end his life, and they need him to know that he's not alone and may ask for help. In the hall, Joss informs Adam's father that when she found him, Adam was clutching the instrument. She believes music gives him a purpose to live, and he ought to accept and love Adam for who he is. Felicia interrupts and informs Joss that Adam wants to see her. She heads in as he's finishing dressing. He adds he was told she brought the guitar to him here, and thanks her for everything. He knows if it hadn't been for her, he would have perished. He apologizes for how he treated her. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please click like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.